All right, chat. All right. Beep, 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 beep. Announcement time. That's right, folks. We have the number 2 fantastic, because I'm the best, of course. He's gonna
Yeah.
basically watch me play. He's gonna stare in awe, and then he's gonna take some notes. So basically, taking him back to school. Summer vacation just ended, and honestly, he's telling me he misses it. No, actually, this is Flextank. He got to rank 6 on the total leaderboard for Mr. Fantastic, and he played Mr. Fantastic only to get there.
Yeah, I've been playing Mr. Fantastic since you released. It's a lot of fun. It takes a lot of time to master all the aspects of him, but I think I can really, help you there. I've been coaching people. If you know TTV Quackley Lol, I've been friends with him and coaching people on his server for quite some time. So I have a lot of experience coaching Fantastic players. And I know a lot of mistakes they make. I basically have Fantastic down to a fucking science. All right, and I'm going to give you the formula.
Holy chungus. All right, so
Was
what
that
do you...
Aura? That was Aura.
That was Aura. I got chills from that. All right, so...
I wanted to start by sharing my screen and just going over a few things very quickly.
Chad, we're about to fucking... Get your fucking notepad out, Chad. Get your fucking notepad out. 5-star
There's
notebook with a fucking sharpened
I'm gonna
pencil.
okay, yeah. So here's the thing. I'm gonna assume I've been watching you, but I'm gonna assume you know nothing. For some things, I'll be like, all right, yeah, you 100% know this. But like, I'm just gonna go over basically most of my knowledge. This is my games today, by the way. I literally started in 7 hours. I went from this, which was I stopped playing for a week because I couldn't be at my computer. 7 hours, only Fantastic, by the way. I went from this to rank 1 Fantastic. So yeah. First of all, I think I saw you trying to use this, but invis punches, like, I mean, it's really hard to time. Also, my settings are off because I have to reset them. But you can get punches really fast. Every single ability you do can be cancelled with your other abilities for faster DPS. Again, no reg. Yeah, they fixed the no regs, guys, by the way. I've seen a lot of issues where you don't turn for your E. This is a hemispherical boop, so you need to turn. If I look away, no damage. It does have a lingering effect, though. So imagine you have a support, that's your support, and there's a BP or something. You E them and look at the BP, and you stop his dash before they hit the support. With a knockback from it. So when you ult, you first of all use your E's before you ult. You can E here and then just I don't know why I shifted, but if you ult, you can do that and you'll have more shielding. It's very important that you have extra shielding in your ult because that's when you get hard focus the most. And I've seen you using your ult while you're being shot at. Like if you use your ult while during being shot at, it will go into your ultimate HP. So you want to make sure you're not being shot at while you ult, unless it's very important that you need to ult at that exact moment. Another thing is don't use your shift before you ult. It's pretty obvious. Ult lasts 9 seconds, shift lasts 12 seconds. You'll have 3 seconds with no shift. You'll die. Don't do that. Double pull. Another thing, settings. Go keyboard, Fantastic. I have mine set. First of all, sensitivity should be so really high, but good enough that you can hit your shifts. This changing your hero targeting is essential. If you don't have this at 50 or lower, I have mine at 45 for precise backshots. So I can, if you want to have it so that you can jump and always hit the target that you want. If sometimes if you don't jump, you probably will hit the one that's standing in front of you, or like if someone's clipped inside of your hitbox. It's very important that this is 50 or lower. I also changed my distended grip for more accurate double pulling. I know a lot of people don't double pull, but it's very useful in some situations. Imagine this. I have someone who's here. Basically, if I take this and I grab onto them with a right click here, I can then hit them with this and get someone who's farther away from my range, pull them in, backshot this person, and then hit that other person who I pulled in with the double pull from outside my range. It can miss. It does have that long-ass fucking arm reach out bullshit that needs to be fixed, by the way. But that is something you could do, and I've gotten kills from it. So basically, this is the elite Fantastic Ball knowledge. That combo, by the way, that I just did is very important if you're looking for an isolated kill or someone who's just trying to run away. Any flanker, Psylocke, whatever, hello, anyone who's flanking, you just punch, backshot, punch, pull. That's the fastest DPS combo startup that you should be using whenever someone's isolated, because it just gives you the most DPS to start, and it lets you cycle the big mode. Another thing is big mode is they did nerf the cleave with the patch. I don't know fucking why, but it's been nerfed slightly, so you can't just insta cleave, but you can insta cleave in
No,
small
his
form.
profile's not open.
Yeah. Also, double pull into back shot is also a tech. It's not very useful, but you know I do it. Yeah, that's kind of most of what I wanted to go over. Just make sure. I think the biggest tip is using your E's before you ult. Like it's so important. Back in the day, before ult gave you shielding, you had to get big mode, and this is like that. But you just use your E's. So I just use one and then do that, and then I don't know why I pop shift again, but you just ult. You don't have to actually finish the grab to get the shielding. You basically get it almost instantly. You see it will decay, but it still does give you more HP, and that's very important. Yeah, just spectate me. The first part goes very bad, by the way, but it still is, I think, the best game I've ever had on Fantastic.
I have a so when you are playing Fantastic, do you ever just like I know because up here if like they have like a Moon Knight, Squirrel Girl, Phoenix, all that stuff, just kind of blows up your entire team. Do you ever just like fucking sit on the objective here or just like stall payload or even drop down right away? Like what's like your reaction to characters like that?
First of all, Squirrel Girl and BP are I think the only two examples where that is something you like need to do immediately. But you can a lot of times we play height for a while and then you know just see like okay they're pushing up, their tanks are here, maybe we go down and then we fight on point. A lot of times, sometimes I if I play down I don't have LOS to my supports, so I just won't do that. Most of the time, you want constant LOS because you can basically push your survivability to the limits when you shift at low HP, get healed up, and then you get your cooldowns back and do everything over again and live blah 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 blah. Piercing. Also, this area, top area, is very, very good. The square walls help you corner peek super effectively, and you basically just peek and do damage and instantly. It's fucking broken. Best corner peek in the game. So, yeah, that's what I think. Squirrel Girl, definitely you want to not be on height. Like, Squirrel Girl, maybe BP if your team is stupid. Anyways, yeah.
Wait, hold up. How did you do that? I just saw this. Let's see if I can slow it down. Oh, okay. No, you missed your right click. I thought you like instantly canceled it and didn't pull it or some shit. I was like, what?
Yeah. I'm watching both the stream and you talking as well at the same time, so.
No worries.
I'm not ready to give up yet.
Do you want me to share my screen? I can. Like, it's not a... If that makes it more in sync or whatever.
Yeah, it would be more in sync. It's fine. If your computer can handle it.
Yeah,
it's
it
just
can.
mine can't, so I'm... I mean, it can, but it's a little sad. So, yeah. The first part did not go great, but we locked the fuck in, and I maybe had the best game of my life. Instant death, by the way. Watch this shit. Fucking bullshit.
I think you probably right-clicked ED you.
Yeah, that's what happened.
I'm more resilient than you think.
Now might be a good time.
It's really not too insane at the beginning, again, but it's so good near the end. Like, okay, there's a Spider-Man there, I might
This should limit any
do
damage.
that, look for a snipe there. I get bubbled, bro, I hate when Max bubble me, my shit, that shit's dumb.
Yeah. Oh, this looks juicy.
It would be, but the thing is, if I turn around, the Bucky does all his cooldowns on me, and I die instead. So I'm like here, I'm looking for big, and then I peek around big, I hard block it. Look at this fucking thing. This guy's stupid. But yeah, I just basically, you know, I'm not playing like a tank. That's what I want you to get from this. Yes, my name is Flextank. It actually has nothing to do with me playing Fantastic, but playing like a tank is, you know, you might not believe me, but it's true. Playing like a tank is not good. You're not a tank, you're a DPS, you need to be playing like DPS, in my opinion. Or not my opinion, I think it's fact, but nobody cares. I just died here, I was 100 charged. It sucks.
So, okay. So you say he plays like a DPS. So then should I be off angling and then focusing healers all the time? Then is that my job?
Okay, yes. I think I would call it rotating. You don't need to. It's not like an off angle where other DPS will off angle just so they can like surprise people with a pick. You don't do that because you do no fucking damage. So what you want to do is rotate around a fight. The more you rotate, the more you're able to get cleave damage because if you look at someone straight on, you can't hit the person behind him with your main attack in small form. Another thing is when you rotate, you set yourself up in positions where big mode will be more useful to have that shielding and higher damage and cleave. Imagine if I'm to the side of someone, I walk in from the side, I'm big, just randomly, they're like, don't expect you to be big, and then you just do massive cleave to like 6 players, and it's broken.
Could you clarify what you mean by rotate?
So it's literally just holding W and A or W and D.
So
while
literally
you're
circling around them.
Yeah, circling.
Okay.
Is what,
Okay.
is another way to.
Sure.
Yep.
I'm not ready to give
There's
up
still a
yet.
chance to stop them. Come, my minion. Backstab that vehicle.
I get to the fight quick. I always use 2 because you don't really need your backshot to win as long as you. I look for a good ult here. I'm just trying to find the weakness. I get the ult down, so it's good. Stay on the invis to keep her from going invisible. Which is one thing you want to do when you're back ulting. And also the slow. The slow is 10% per bounce times and everyone it stacks up to 60%. The damage also, I don't know if you know the damage numbers, but it starts at 70 and goes by plus 14 for every bounce. Like continuous plus 14 up to 170 total, and that will be your last bounce damage. The last 2 bounces can do 250 damage if you land perfectly in the middle. Again, it only does the extra it does extra 40% damage in the center compared to the very outer range. Didn't know that has fall off.
Yeah, I read it on the website, but I just like honestly forgot about it.
See, I walked to the side from the side into the
Yeah.
backline. That's so unfortunate. I don't get the rocket there. My team is, I don't know, eating ass.
No, yeah, I saw the circling, rotating thing that you were talking about right there.
I'm more resilient than you think.
Spider-Man, this Spider-Man I had the game before this game, he touched my team. I think people don't understand. At higher ranks, Fantastic isn't a dive counter. People might not know this. Dive players are too fast, do too much damage, and are too good to let you kill them or let you pressure them enough before the fight to actually stop them from getting their dive off. He is not a dive counter, but he is undiveable himself because of his ability to live. So if you are saying, oh, Mr. Fantastic counter the divers, you're wrong. I'm just gonna tell you that, you're wrong. That's not how the character works. He doesn't do enough damage to pressure the divers, so therefore he is not a dive counter, because he can't stop them from actively getting the dive up and killing your supports. But your backshots can give you shielding, and you can give knockbacks to characters that don't like knockback. Spider-Man. So yeah, that's all you can really do against dive. It actually, Venom and Cap are as hard as counters in the entire game, because they enable super sustained comps that stall point for 10 years, and you can't do bullshit about it.
Armed and dangerous.
So you're talking about Venom and Cap with comps that help them sustain, not them by themselves, right?
Yes, but also in general they kind of counter you, because what do you do if there's a Venom on your support? The only thing I do is I angle myself in the direction to pull him away from my support and then backshot my support. That's the only thing I can really do, because he has an effective HP of like, if you're Mr. Fantastic, you use an effective HP of like fucking 1500. Like literally hang myself trying to kill that guy. Cap, you'd actually do a lot better into Cap, but because he himself doesn't have self-sustain like Venom has his shift, or his, not his shift, his E, but he is very hard to get off your supports because you just can't. He can shield your grab, your backshots don't really do much. He just runs you down and get fucked. GG.
Do you ever save your pull for when Venom's trying to swing out so you can pull him out of it?
I do try and pull him when he's low HP, but the thing is, you can't. There is no every boop you do, like everything that can cancel a stun, your E and your right click has a delay. So there's no way you can really 100% be sure that you're gonna cancel his shit. But when he's low HP, pull him. And then also if you're like, oh, I don't have enough time to get the grab off, right? But if you have enough time, use the grab first and then the E's. And if you don't have enough time, you just use your E and hope that you catch him on the upward, like on the very beginning of him using the ability once he hits a wall. Because if you cancel him before he hits a wall, he doesn't lose the cooldown. But if he hits a wall and like perfect, it's basically like 1/25th of a millisecond timing on the back shot if you're far away from him. But you can cancel it just mostly on accident.
Because just me personally, I've had like some pretty decent success at pulling Venom out of his swing animation to get him back, but
Yeah, the grab is much more effective at doing that because you just do it when he's low HP, and your backshot has like a delay before the stuff goes off. And it's the same thing with the grab, but it's just not super consistent. But you should be looking to yes.
Okay.
Don't mess with the amazing
So
Spider-Man!
also another thing is setting up while you're in small form for big form. Really important. Let's just stop. Setting up in small form is like basically rotating, but like I'll be shooting someone and continually walking at them even though I'm in range of my small form because I'm a big mode or I'm gonna use my abilities to get it or whatever. I think you should also see how I like to use my ults. It's just like
By the eye of Agamotto!
I shift here. I know I use my shift, but it is I need to stop them from hard running us. Find this. Look at this shit.
Yep.
That's over there. Got it. She got so mad about that. She got so mad about that in chat. I tried to get a backshot up there to chase him down.
Did you know that in that portal you can use Thor to push someone through and take them with you? Bucky pull,
Yes,
Wolverine
bro.
shift.
I had that happen to me on the one where you can't go back. I had that happen to me on that, and it's so fucking silly. I'm like, all right, well, I'm 1v1ing a Thor now. Let me hang myself in game.
Yeah. Yeah, I posted a short about that, testing all of them, because I thought that shit was sick. You can probably do it with Angela, too, now that I think about
Thor. Yeah, you can definitely do it. I also play Thor, but, like, yeah. Yo, dude, when I started playing Thor on, like, an alt, I literally got top, I think I got top 500 at the time, before he was buffed, by the way, playing Thor. So I'm actually, like, when I play him consistently, I'm insane at Thor, because he's the same fundamentals as Fantastic. Like, you just actually do something.
Yeah.
I'm looking for poke here on the rocket. Find the rocket, get the kill. Look for any killable target on the invis.
What's your flowchart in neutral? Like, what do you look to do as the first thing when they start walking into you?
They start, like, when their tanks are walking into me.
So, like I asked that because... Where was it? So here, I mean, you're on the high ground. I wouldn't call this neutral yet, but like right here, you get big mode and you cancel it. But like, what I guess is your thought process here, of like what is you looking to do?
Wait, can you rewind just like 3 seconds or 5 seconds when I was on height? Like a little tiny bit more. Yeah, there you go.
Let's go to here. Yeah, so like, what do you look for here? What is the point of going up on high ground?
I'm looking here to corner peek anyone who's on height and hopefully pressure them down. And if I see them get low without getting healed, or anything that I can, like someone on my team dies them, then I hard engage and hard walk them and pull them and displace them and blah blah blah. So I'm just looking for corner peek poke, basically. I don't know. I went in, then I shifted his butt to try and get damage. But like, he was not far enough. The thing is, he's too far. He's too far for me.
Are you trying to get him off the ledge?
Off the ledge? I don't think so. I think I was just trying to get in front of him and get him to shift off. His Bucky's like to spam damage with you, even if you're in a shift, because they just don't care. I saw him go this way. I'm hard blocking here. I'm like, I could get massive damage. Body block by the way out there. So I'm just looking for anything I can do. Shift in front to deal damage. Get the Bucky, hard block, I see him low, get the cleave on him, get the invis there, so he bounce support. Really great. Walk it from behind. The rocket. I try to get the combo on him. You see how the punch pull. It's hard to hit Rocky, alright.
Futile attempt.
Especially with your pull. But yeah, I'm looking for the rocket again and
This is real.
I need to kill the ult. I didn't have shift, so I die. That's just really, you know.
When rocket ults, do you focus on like always trying to hit it with a cleave? You hit it directly and cleave to enemies, like.
I'm trying to find cover where I can just peek out and hit it because a lot of times you'll die
Sure.
and stuff. Or I go shift to get the shift damage. But yeah,
Okay.
a lot of times when people pop support ults. Here's the thing. Let me explain. Fantastic is very bad at giving space, but he's good at taking it. Not good at taking. He's good at like helping your tanks take it, kind of. He can't really effectively take space on his own because his HP can't be sustained by supports, and that's
Sounds
basically,
like an off tank. Sorry.
yeah, kind of. But the thing is, when people give space, you need to have a back shot, and then when you shift, you get slowed, and then you just get run over. His biggest weakness is getting run the fuck over by damage because no one has to respect your damage. Like nobody respects your damage unless it's a lot of damage to someone or someone just isn't getting healed, right? But if they're running you down with like multiple people, your damage isn't gonna be enough to stop them from killing you. They kill you first every time because that's just how Fantastic is. Unless unless it's one person, right? Like 1v1s, you're a god. You kill everyone except Thor, or possibly Bucky. But most of the time you still beat Bucky anyways. So, yeah, that's just how it is. You need to be very aware of, when am I gonna have to give space here? So imagine I'm like, okay, what support ults do the enemy have? I am playing to try and bait that out and not get run over, because when they have support ults, everyone is invincible. They definitely do not have to respect your damage at all when they're invincible, because you can't do shit, because you do no damage. Anyways, that's it.
Eye of Agamotto!
Don't mess with the amazing Spider-Man!
Disappear!
I'm not ready to give up yet.
Spider-Man!
Armed and dangerous!
Looking for that shot.
Again!
It
Again!
actually fucking works since I needed to fucking solve. I look for, like, I'm behind the scenes, I always try and not get you have to just be unpredictable, like, where you bounce, because a lot of times it's very hard to see someone who's bouncing above you it's very hard to see someone who's bouncing above you with it, so yeah.
So when it gets chaotic, it like drowns you out. So I just made sure it was quieter. I don't need to hear the game.
Mm-hmm. Making use of that new cleave buff, that shit's so nice in small form, but it's actually a nerf in big mode. Slightly, only slightly.
Shit that I wouldn't notice, but yeah.
Yeah. On the invis, I always do the punch pull, because anytime she jumps, and also after the combo, you just spam her with ease, because if she goes invis, you will find her with the E. The E tracks her in invis. And we actually hold that for 2.5 minutes, by the way, is when they first got there 2.5 minutes ago. And we full hold that, because Fantastic stall, and Fantastic just hard engage backline. Next point is even better. Like, on attack, this character is better on attack than defense by a long shot. And the reason is because, again, you can't give space. That's why he's so good on attack. Because you just help your team take space by outputting insane value. That's why Fantastic, at least for me personally, I don't know about most people, if you don't play in the right playstyle, it won't be the same. But if you play my playstyle, Fantastic is a top 4 or 5 DPS in the game in terms of total damage output. W Starlord face.
Dude, is he not on cards? Like, I feel like that's in the range, but because he.
Well, I guess not. I mean, he did do a dodge. If you dodge, do you not stall? I'm not sure. Look, it's the dodge there, and then he's gone. Maybe it's the dodge.
Hold on, we're doing something else. We're losing the plot.
Wait, let's see. With the moment he dodges, does his player icon go away? No. It's still. He went over. Oh, he went too high.
Yeah. Yep. That's why. Okay.
It was millisecond overtime. So.
W lab though.
0, 2, 2.
I hate shields because you can't cleave peek. It's so annoying. So you see, on attack, I'm always looking, taking space. Look at this fucking cleave. I hard walk. It's, again, remember I told you, it's about hard engaging as hard as you can and living as. It's that cycle that lets you get so much value. Try to snipe him. It's hard though. I go back up to claim height with my team. I try and help my Emma. I think I'm like, this is the best point to get cleave on as well. This map is the second best map for Fantastic in the game. So yeah. I'm
Yeah,
looking for the invis here. I found the invis. I'm on her. I'm just getting their support value out. Trying to get big mode. Using cycling. Cleave if I can. Shift here when I get looked at. I block it. Hit the invis. She dies to my hella.
Yeah, I'm seeing
So-
how you rotate around like that, like a lot. Like it's like very clear. As soon as you said that, I started looking for it. I'm like, oh yeah.
On the Bucky. This is corner peek, by the way. This is the best fucking corner in the game. I love this fucking point for that. Because I will solo win fights from this corner. Nobody looks at you. You're so small. Another thing is, can you pause for a sec? Fantastic attacks make no sound whatsoever. You can be a stealthy ass motherfucker if you and continue attacking because your attacks literally make zero sound on the enemy, other than when they get low HP, and then you get the low HP sound. But other
Not
than
like
that,
the movies when they make
nope.
the psh noise, you know? When they get-
yeah. Other than that, you no sound even in big mode. So you can hit someone, they won't even know where you are. In support ults, it's very important that you think about basically there's only 3 things that can happen in support ult. And that's the 3 things you have to think about when the enemies are support ulting or when you are support ulting and everyone's unkillable. 3 things. Farming ult charge, that's number 1. Looking for people outside of the ult, that's number 2. A lot of times there's not. And number 3 is getting positioning. In support ults, you can basically get infinite positioning. Because you know what the enemy team is thinking? Oh, let's run them the fuck down. But you know what they're not looking for? Some Fantastic who's like sitting at max range, cleaving infinite people, and making no sound, and playing around cover. So you just don't get looked at. And you can get insane. I've had insane games where I will perfectly rotate to after a support ult. They'll have no resources. I will insta-cleave 6 people and team wipe from one rotation. And it's, you know, it's something you should think about. A lot of times they won't let you do it at higher ranks, but I'm sure you can do it sometimes. Like, and it's really, really powerful. So yeah, but it's also about cycling. So you'll be cycling the whole time, getting big mode. The millisecond their ult ends after transforming, and you kill them all, and it's GG.
Yeah. Also, chat, I want to point this out. What other fucking character can do this? Look at all these eyes looking. Look how the rest of the team is. Like, actually just making everybody turn around and living. Like, what other character can do that? You might die here. Who knows? No, you won't. Like, what the fuck?
Let me show you a clip from a game I literally just had where I 20 plus seconds fighting a Bucky, bro. Like, after the game. It'll be it's so fucking funny.
Like, their entire invis ult was dedicated to you, and they didn't even get you, or they got you right at the end just for you to be rezzed.
You see, I'm behind them. Their ult ended. I'm behind them doing constant damage on their supports. By the invis. Invis is like your target, by the way. Look at this. She's fucking stupid.
Why did you switch off the Luna there?
Because invis players, here, go back.
Yeah.
She was clearly getting healed by the invis, and I can't kill someone with healed, and my teammate is not focusing. That's just
Oh, yep, okay.
Look at the shield there. Like, I'm like, okay, I'm not killing that. Invis, though, she's not having any eyes on her from the other Luna, so I just go around and I fuck her, and I do the combo, and she's dead.
Sure. Yeah, I just didn't even see that.
I'm going up. I'm always hard engaging. Like, playing in your backline to peel, by the way, is, I think, one of the worst things you could do unless it's very, very, very specific situations. And that situation is your supports are fucking retarded in-game. But you almost never want to actually be doing that. It's very important that you're playing for positioning, for constant damage, constant uptime, because your character allows you to be constant uptime with sustain from your team. And just doing a shit ton of value output. I see the supports kind of isolated.
He's 16, chat, by the way, so you
I don't know where
give a
she
little
went,
break
so
on
I
some
just
of this
leave
stuff.
and try and live. I don't know if I live here. I do live here actually. I did the E into my shifts because you get the shielding instant. You just press your E and shift instead. Bucky here, got the kill. I'm rotating to the right here. Then I go main because I want to reach the supports as fast as possible. Because I realize, oh, they have no damage other than Spider-Man. Spider-Man does no damage. So like, Bucky's dead. I can hard walk because they have no fucking damage. And realizing that will literally win you games. No joke. Because what are the tanks going to do? They have to shoot you for 10 years to kill you unless it's like strange. And your supports, literally supports can't do shit about you existing. Like, okay, I thought I could cleave onto him and someone else, that's why I walked back there. I just kind of like play here. I'm like with my Adam. Okay, I can use my Adam for shielding and ease. Hard rotate on him around so he has to look away from my Adam to look at me. And that's what gets him killed. Things like that. That's actually a fundamental called pinching. Could you pause for a sec? I'm gonna explain pinching. So, pinching is where it's literally just basically what off-angling is, but pinching explains the reason why off-angling is so good and why it literally will insta-kill people. When you off-angle and people look at you, they look away from your team and try to strafe left and right for you. But the thing is, when someone is 90 degrees away from them, strafing left and right is standing still for the person who's 90 degrees away. So when you change that angle, they have to basically stand still and strafe for you and not dodge any shots from any other person who's 90 degrees away from them. And that's what pinching is. And it's very effective. You can do it on any hero, and I love using it. Anyways, another thing is, wide peeking also allows you this. I don't like to play in a straight line. So imagine where my team is lined up. Don't line up for them. Always wide angle peek to create that slight, even though it's not a perfect 90 degree, a slight off angle helps, and you get noticed less when you just wide peek instead of walking straight.
Have you seen like I don't know, maybe not, but like there's like a driver's ed video of like you see like a bunch of people tossing a ball around and then like a gorilla walks past and you don't see it because you're focused on how many times they throw it, like the peripheral vision thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's what it's making use of.
Yeah. That's literally that.
And also wide peeking. So when you have like your right click extended on someone and they're trying to walk behind cover, the more left or right, depending on which direction is useful, the more in that direction you move, the faster you will get in LOS instead of walking straight. Because walking straight won't lessen the angle at which they're trying to peek around a corner. So you can use that to get massive cleave as long as they stay in range. You will be farther away, but you have LOS faster. So yeah. That's all. You can play now.
This is kind of a tough angle.
Yeah. I'm about to bounce on that shit. I got the arms out. I'm ready. I got canceled though by the fucking right click. And by that I mean I want to kill myself in game.
We've been discovered.
Get stunned here, cycling again, 50 charge insta. Because I have my shift, I can basically use my back shifts like just charge generators and play for poke damage to get my charge up. That's kind of what I'm doing when I poke, is getting my charge up and also just getting more charge. I look for here and I'm like, oh, they're not looking at me? Hard walk for a bit, go back shift. Looking for the Bucky. You see how I turn to the right there? If I move straight and walk there, I leave his LOS faster. I'm looking for a kill here, and I find it. Oh yeah, I didn't find a kill, never mind.
Do you have any tips on trying to get under like a roof when you're ulting? Besides just holding W, is there anything you can do with that?
The tip is be under the roof. Like you have to actually be under it. You don't get any forward momentum. It's mostly upward momentum at the start of your ult. So you have to make sure you are very much under that roof. Oh, another thing is
like mid ult, how you got under that. Sometimes like I'll just hit my head like a bunch of times on the side of it and never actually get under. You know what I mean?
Can you watch back? Can you watch it back a little?
Yeah.
So you see, I use that angle there. When you ult from low ground, you get a faster movement. You see, I'm just looking. Basically, what I'm looking for is getting. I hit my head on the edge of the ceiling. Like I hit my face on it, and I hold W into it after that.
Okay, yeah. So holding W into it. Got it.
Yep. Looking for a massive cleave here because of the buff. I fucking love the buff, bro. I live for the cleave on this. I literally live for that shit. Anyways, I'm getting pressured, so I look back a bit with my abilities, Spider-Man. I actually don't get stunned here somehow. I look for the mag. I'm going behind them, so I'm like, okay, they're all focused up there. I'm going behind them. Getting massive cleave. Watch this fucking cleave. I'm here. I'm set up. I'm ready. Get some massive cleave. Help my team just take out everyone.
He's
They're
not
like,
even looking at
nobody,
you.
they can't hear you. They can't hear you. You do no sound. So why would they look behind them? So, yeah. I'm just there, getting massive cleave. I did like probably 1,500 damage just from that one rotation behind them. Not even really a rotation, just getting behind them. I get big mode when you're in overtime situations. Getting big mode is your main priority. You want to get that shit as fast as possible and play from. I like to call them rotational angles or cleave angles or whatever. Just an angle in the enemy team where you will be able to have as many people in range of you as possible. Because that's the cleave angle, is being in range of as many people as possible and playing in a position that lets you do it. Oh, my Emma is dead. Okay. I go back to my sports because I see them getting walked by Cap. I'm like, okay, he's here. I'm shooting him because he's everyone on my team is focusing. That's the thing. You want to be shooting the people that your team is, because you don't do enough fucking damage to do shit to anyone who's not getting focused by more than one person. But the value output you get by shooting them, is a lot when it's multiple people and your team shooting at them, because they will die. With you and someone else shooting at them, they're dying very quick, even though you don't do a whole lot of DPS, you know? But it's being aware of where your team's attention is, or looking for picks. Like, picks are hard to get on the hero, but you can get picks by just doing constant value output and taking resources as well. Like, you just take so many heal resources. You get on both supports, you literally turn off healing. Like, you turn off healing for the entire enemy team. I see the ult here because they're all grouped up. I'm looking for them to be grouped up. Kill them with my team. Wait, no, never mind. The Spider-Man killed them all. Look at that fucking kill, though!
Yeah.
Perfect timing there.
The hell?
On
Yep.
I was telling, by the way, I'm a hard comment in all these games. I am telling my team who I'm shooting, where I'm going, what I'm doing, what I'm trying to kill, and what we need to worry about for the next fight. And I know you don't do that, but I think it's very useful if you would do it, because
I'm never gonna turn on comms, so.
Alright, well, I guess you're P2MG, so that's honestly fair. But
I am the elo terrorist.
Yeah, I don't think you're an elo terrorist though. Like, I really don't, because you're good at the game. You learning all these different characters, a really good sign of like your skill at the game, I think. My
Username?
Twitch is real Flextank, and I'm streaming currently, but not a lot of.
Alright, chat, there you
viewers.
go. I gave a shout out to Real Flex Tank. If you enjoy Mr. Fantastic, any of that stuff, go and follow that. There's a little follow button at the top of chat that you can do there. So if you're watching this on YouTube right now, down below.
Yeah.
Alright, well, thank you
for
very
having me.
much.
I really appreciate it, because not only am I like sort of a fan, I like helping fantastic. I like helping fantastic players, and I want people to understand the hero better. So, yeah, that's all.
Sure.
Subscribe to P2MG.